Week number 9 showdown. St. Louis to kick it away, and Houston with the return. The two-lane man, Lawrence Keys. And Keys will take it to the 33-yard line. That will set up Hunter Dekkers, his third game back from a shoulder injury suffered in week number 2. Houston, much different with Dekkers at quarterback.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago against Orlando, they had over 400 yards of offense, 415. It was not the case a week ago. They got the win, and Hunter Dekkers did enough to get this Houston team on the winning side. But they got outgained in that game massively. Only 200 yards of offense for this team, and let's just say most of the drives, 6 of their drives ended in 3 and outs.
Here's Marcus Yarns finding a seam left side and rumbling to the 50-yard line. Number 1 in the UFL at more than 5
snug
yards
left
per
Alaska.
carry.
Line up right in it. Just line up in snug left Alaska.
Line up.
Alaska. Snug left. Alaska. Line up. Snug left.
Snug left Alaska.
Snug.
Well, they continue to get so-and-so the dang ball theme. Yarns only 2 carries last week in the win for the Gamblers. He is the most electric running back in the UFL.
Here we go, get set. Right, it's on.
One play, Gamblers now in Battlehawks territory. The lefty will throw for the first time. And looking for John Trey Kirkland, incomplete. Luke Barku in coverage.
Yeah, I was looking at him.
It's a nice job of sticky coverage by St. Louis defensively, but I like the first play going to Marcus Yarns. It's been a while. It's been a while since he's had a big game. But you mentioned his explosiveness out of the backfield can create some big plays in the run game and take some of the pressure off of this pass game that relies on timing and short passes.
From the 49, Dekkers to the flat and complete to the 40-yard line. Once again, Kirkland, this time on the catch.
Hey. Get set, Jack, get set, go. Right.
Houston has broken the 50. They cannot punt on 4th down. Here comes the pressure, and down goes Hunter Dekkers. All the Battlehawks on hand. Sean Fresh and Peter Tamupenu, of course, in on the sack.
I couldn't see you.
Peter's out here, and he's just going to loop inside, and because the offensive linemen are working out because of the threat, he just goes right up the middle and is able to sack Hunter Dekkers, and it's the worst-case scenario for this Houston offense because of what you said, Lowell. Past the 50, cannot punt on 4th down.
Ball spotted just behind the 50, but they have to go for it. Dekkers, first down yardage, but the pass is incomplete as he was looking for Lawrence Keys. At 3rd down TFL, sack on Dekkers sets up St. Louis's offense.
And you see the rules, the new rules in the UFL this year coming into effect. As you mentioned, they were on their own side of the 50, but once you cross it, it's like breaking the glass. You can't put the glass back together. Once you cross it and break that glass, there's no punting.
Luis Perez going up against Kevin Sumlin, quarterback whisperer in his own right. Perez, his 3rd start since the Battlehawks traded for him mid-season. St. Louis 1-1 with Perez at the controls. Going to the ground. This is something that St. Louis does not do a ton, although Jarvion Howard is the number 1 leading rusher in the UFL. John Joyner with the stop.
It's a really nice job by Rashard Lawrence in the middle, using his hands, getting in the backfield, and forcing Kirkland to go sideways. But Luis Perez, the Spring King, traded from the Dallas Renegades earlier this year, still getting his feet wet in this offense.
I think the Renegades would like to have him back at this point. Closing in on 6 straight losses as Howard eclipses the 50. So now St. Louis is in that no punt territory.
Little new formation there for the Battlehawks as well. You saw Akeem Butler in the slot. Talked to A.J. Smith, offensive coordinator, before the game, said they're going to try him more there in this game, try to force feed him the football, but acting as a puller on the counter play there. So not sure if he's used to that. When I asked him before the game how much he lined up in the slot, he goes, bro, I won Offensive Player of the Year lining up in the slot. That's why I got drafted.
As Cole said, there he is, right there in the slot.
I bet Matt Campbell didn't ask him to pull too much, though.
No, not at all.
There you go.
3rd down from the 50 for Perez. Going to swing it to Howard, and Howard will try to evade the tackle, cannot. He's down at the 45, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, it's just a little mesh concept, and then you get Jardion Howard out of the backfield. Gamblers do a nice job of picking up the receivers, and a good open field tackle by Kerry Vincent Jr. to force a 4th down.
Outstanding job.
Ready to go.
Got to make the 40. Perez feeling the pressure, and he gets it there. Get him the dang ball. Akeem Butler, his first catch of the night.
Well, there's off coverage with Akeem Butler and the defender, and it just gives him a ton of space. If you're defending that, you've got to know where the sticks are as he's lined up in the slot. You got to know exactly where he's got to get to on the first down and drive on that ball quicker than what happened on that play.
And from an offensive standpoint, that's day one install. We used to call it a Dallas concept. You have a stick, a flat, and a go route outside. Easy as 1, 2, 3.
Back to the ground. And this is Kylan James strung out and forced out at the 40-yard line.
Red.
As Major Burns forced him out.
Okay, trips right, flop. Trips right, flop. 581 X snag F wheel across. Trips right, flop. 581 X snag F wheel across.
Hey, 591.
Two guys that absolutely love spring football, Luis Perez and A.J. Smith. This is their first season working together.
Ready to go.
Perez threw it 47 times a week ago. This is what they wanted to avoid. Rashard Lawrence, the sack dance for the man out of LSU.
Well, the reason they call these guys dancing bears is because of how nimble they are. Lawrence is going to work to the outside and then spin back inside off the guard. And this is a man that is 300+ pounds. 312 is what he's listed at. Here's what it sounded like.
Oh. Didn't look good either. 3rd and 19 for Perez. He's just going to check this one down to James, and James takes the 40-yard line. And another one of the situations where you have to go for it on 4th down since you broke the 50-yard line.
And this is one of those situations where if Houston has 2 safeties deep,
860 double chip.
then you're looking at some place other than Hakeem Butler most likely, although he's lining up in the slot now. But if you get one-on-one coverage and it looks like you're going to get man-to-man coverage, I try and find 88.
It was Butler on the last 4th down. Perez looking left, pressure in his face to James, and James is dropped by Major Burns. Fantastic solo tackle for another Bayou Bengal. St. Louis got that first 4th down, could not get the second. No score with the playoff spot on the line for the Battlehawks. St. Louis needs a win to secure one of the 4 playoff spots. Houston will try to spoil the party like the Gamblers did against these Battlehawks in St. Louis a week ago. Lowell Galindo here with Roddy Jones, Cole Kublik, and Harry Douglas join us from the sideline. Hunter Deckers, former Iowa State Cyclone, floating this down the sideline, looking for Javonte Payton, and a flag is down with Luke Barku in coverage. And Barku is down hurt.
Yes.
What did he call interference?
Pass interference defense number 0. Now he's down, he's hurt.
It's pass interference defense number 0. My mic didn't go over the stadium. I don't know if it went outside, but pass interference defense number 0. Spot foul, automatic first down. We got it right down here.
It's going to happen down here at the bottom of your screen. Just a little fade route. Barku was all over the receiver. No doubt there on Javonte Payton. And then you can see at the end after he hits the ground.
I think he may like tweak the hammy and then it's holding on for dear life in the middle of that route, Roddy.
I completely agree, Cole.
Barku, fantastic player out of San Diego State, where he was a semifinalist for the Thorpe Award. 2019, an outstanding year, 9 interceptions to lead the nation.
This is already a St. Louis defense that's a little thin in the secondary. Miles Sims being out. Going to get Keelan Kennedy coming in.
In the dome, 23-16. Deckers was excellent, helping Houston build an open lead. This is why the scramble drill complete to Jalen Moreno-Cropper, the former Dallas Cowboy, complete for 27 yards.
Well, he's right here in the slot. He's just going to keep working on a deep over route. And Hunter Deckers does a nice job of just finding enough room to navigate outside the pocket. And because Moreno-Cropper is behind the linebackers, there's no safety to be seen. That corners run off, you get a big gain.
Moreno-Cropper, 3 games with the Cowboys this past season. Lawrence Keys in motion. Deckers will go to him. To the 10-yard line, cuts inside, and is brought down. But Houston is now starting to move. The offense is different with Hunter Deckers in charge.
It is, and a lot of it is just the composure in the pocket, his ability to move and create down the field, extend plays. But he also gets the ball out pretty quick and neutralizes some of the advantages that these defensive lines often have in this league. This team was 1-3 when Hunter Deckers was hurt. With a big win a week ago, he has looked a lot better.
Low snap, Decker picks it up, fires to the end zone. Toe tap, touchdown, Javonte Payton.
Only 1 foot needed down in the UFL to make it a touchdown. That ball is secured. Does he get the foot down? He does, and it's the second line. This is a soccer line. This is the back of the end zone, and it is a touchdown. What a throw by Hunter Deckers after dropping that football. And a nice route by Jontre Kirkland to get open first and foremost, and then a nice job getting the foot down in the back of the end zone.
If you had Payton as an anytime score, cha-ching, you just cashed in. Extra point is up, and it is good. It's his 7 playoffs, top 4 go. But to do that, they need to get this win over Houston, who has stake claim to an early 6-0 lead, as that's a major mistake as the kickoff sails straight into the end zone. So the Battlehawks will have fabulous field position. A 6-0 lead after Hunter Deckers dealt with the low snap, picked it up, found Javonte Payton in the back of the end zone, and the former Tennessee Volunteer toe tap for the touchdown, and he's now with Harry.
Yep. Yeah, here with wide receiver Javonte Payton, 7-yard touchdown catch. This is a soccer stadium. Any confusion about the lines or where to get your feet in on that touchdown catch?
No, honestly, yeah, it do look a little confusing once you looking at the lines. You see after I caught it, I immediately looked down because it's about 2 different lines in the back of the end zone. So it is a little bit confusing, but you know you got to know where you at on the field at all times. So.
Thanks, bud.
Yep.
And the former black shirt star from Nebraska, Quentin Newsom, read that screen like a book for the TFL.
Sure did. So there was a couple of defensive linemen as well who were all over that right away. St. Louis offense looking for its legs, having shuffled quarterbacks for a lot of the season after Brandon Silver's injury early in the year.
Ready to go.
Both Harrison Frost and Brandon Silvers were 2-1, but St. Louis felt more upside with Perez. Floats it into the hands of his tailback, Jarvion Howard, former SWAC star out of Alcorn State. And that is Marvin Sanders, DC.
Yeah, I got you. Okay, hey, let's go. Over, wide, steal it. Over, wide, steal it. Over, wide, steal it. Hey, you're gonna get a sail
Sanders'
route.
defense
Get inside more 2-6.
haunted Perez on 3rd down last week. St. Louis just went 2 for 11, 0 for 2 on the opening drive. Got to get to the 50, Perez. Dancing. He doesn't do this a lot, but when he does, it's effective every time.
How about the nimbleness of the quarterback? He's going to get some pressure from the left side. He does a nice job of sliding, feeling it, sliding to his left, and then taking advantage of an open lane. It's man-to-man coverage. Everybody's running with the receiver. And Luis Perez turns on the 31-year-old Jets for the first down.
They got some athleticism in that family. His father, Juan, former professional soccer player in Mexico. Howard again. Man, this is a sledgehammer of a running back for St. Louis. Cole, really seems like the Battlehawks have wanted to establish the run early.
They have, and they struggled last week with movement up front defensively. So when that defensive line would slant or gap replace, they had trouble sticking on their double teams, and I think that's why you see a linebacker just freed up right there in the A-gap to be able to make that tackle one-on-one. Houston doing a nice job getting ball carriers to the ground today as well.
It's a great point by you, Cole. Eugene Asante met Jarvion Howard in the hole, and he did not go anywhere. He's done a nice job in the open field that time, a nice job in the box.
Perez to Peasy. This is Ja'Cour Pearson. A.J. Smith, the offensive coordinator for St. Louis, talked to us this week about not being efficient enough. Pearson with a ton of targets, not enough catches.
Well, he mentioned us. They've got a lot of guys with a lot of targets. Mentioned Ja'Cour Pearson. Obviously, Hakeem Butler. Last week, Stephen McBride had 15 targets go his way, but none of them, one of the top catchers in terms of receptions in the league, said they have to be more efficient in the pass game.
First and 10 play action for Perez. And back to his tailback. Kevon Latulis is going to take it close to the line to gain. There is a flag down back at the 35.
Yeah, I got 76. My flag is, come in.
Let me hear what you're saying. So open mic. Open the mic.
Open it up, guys.
I had 76 downfield. I had the ball cross.
I would say it got touched beyond. Yes.
Okay. All right, so we got illegal downfield, 76. He loves me downfield.
Beyond the line of scrimmage. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Repeat first down.
Those are killers. Certainly were for St. Louis last week. 12 penalties, which was a season high.
Well, there he is downfield. That's Richard Garage. He actually ends up a little bit further. And the good distinction, the line of scrimmage is right there. And so if that ball is caught behind the line of scrimmage, it's like a screen pass. So it's allowed, but you can clearly see Kevon Latulis past the line of scrimmage, which makes it a legal man downfield.
My question would be why? That clearly was not a run play.
Great
Just miscommunication there on his part.
Perez will throw. You want miscommunication? You got it. Harry, what happened there?
Well, you caught me off guard, Lowell.
Oh,
that's what happened.
I'm sorry. He was trying to go to Hakeem Butler, but Butler wasn't even looking.
No, he wasn't. And the safeties who drives on this, I mean, he is all over it. Hakeem Butler was not expecting the ball to come out that quick.
Well, number one, he's patting his feet at the top of a route. Stick your foot in the ground and get to the out route. The quarterback is trying to get the football out of his hands. There's no reason to get up there and stomp a roach at the top of your route. Get out of it clean so the quarterback has a clean receiver to throw it to.
Perez, middle of the field, the interception. Major Burns, his second straight week, picking off Luis Perez. There is a flag down, though, back where the interception was made.
Pass interference, defense number 25.
Pass interference, defense number 25. The ball will be placed to the spot of the foul with an automatic first down.
That's against Glendon Miller, who had the PBU on the previous play.
Now, Lowell, maybe they got the number wrong, calling it on Glendon Miller.
He's not even throwing it to
but I did not see pass interference.
He's not even throwing it
on Glendon Miller down the field. I mean, I thought maybe you could have called it on Major Burns as he kind of had his arm near one of the other receivers, but.
What happened?
We got an injury, so we probably have.
Huh? I was just gonna go quick. NASCAR
So
Zelda.
this is the one that I thought you could get. That's Major Burns lined up against Frank Darby. I mean, that would be real ticky-tack. I don't think that's pass interference, to be honest with you. Darby gives up on the route. I certainly don't think it was on Hakeem Butler and Quentin Newsom, who was covering him. So they obviously misidentified the number. The question is, where was the pass interference? And if I'm Houston, I mean, that's a big turn of events.
And we saw that was Glendon Miller, the former Maryland ball hawk, that was limping off the field.
And I want to go to Mike Pereira. Mike, could Houston challenge the fact that there was no flag on the play, thus trying to reinstate the interception?
Sure they could. There's no question of that. And you actually see that little bit of the grab of the shoulder. But, you know, it's interesting to me because one of you just said it's like he gave up on the play. Even though the defender kind of swings around, there is a bit of a grab. I think maybe it's a good decision not to challenge it.
Okay.
Perez, and for the first time, it's his old buddy Sal Cannella, the former Auburn tight end, signed this week, comes up with his first catch as a Battlehawk.
Yeah, I appreciate Mike Pereira telling us that he thought it was a good decision for them not to challenge it because he's the one who would make the decision on whether or not it's overturned. So basically, he's shutting it down, saying,
listen to him.
You know, there's enough there, and I don't think we'd overturn it. So probably a good decision by the Gamblers. A little unfortunate there. That you had that little grab.
Hurry up, easy.
Picked off Perez twice last week. One was a pick six by Vincent.
Get up.
Perez directing traffic, keeping the play alive and incomplete. Pearson was the closest man there.
Luis Perez had Ja'Cour Pearson really early on in that play. If he'd have seen it and gone to him quick. Question is, what do they go to now? How can they find a way to convert here on a 3rd and long?
Hey, 53. On one, ready? White swirl, Trey, white swirl. 53.
Inside the 30, especially inside the 20. Problematic for the Battlehawks in the loss to the Gamblers last week. Where does Perez want to go on a 3rd and 6? Standing tall in the pocket, he went to his favorite receiver, Sal Cannella, and was broken up by Roman Perotti, former Ohio Bobcat.
Sal Cannella just does a really nice job at the top of this route, pushing into the defender and then coming back to the ball to create that little bit of separation. He gets lined up against Perotti, and you can see he uses the body at the top of that route to push off, but then Perotti's able to recover and knock the ball away. I thought it was a nice job by Cannella, but an even better job by the defender being able to punch it out.
43-yarder for Ramez Ahmed. He was a student at UNLV in Arizona State, not playing football, transferred to Nevada, and a week before the start of the regular season, won a student tryout for the kicking job. This one slides to the left, so now a missed field goal and an extra point from the kickers in the Louisville Columbus 6 on Fox. John Rice Plumlee, now the quarterback for the Gamblers. Marcus Yarns gets his 2nd carry. Plumlee, saw him play a little bit a week ago, 2 for 3 through the year. Very athletic quarterback, as Hunter Deckers is on the sideline.
But I would ask you guys, what do you think about this decision right now? Because I thought last week when they made that decision, I didn't feel like it was a good win at that junction of the game. Touchdown drive by Hunter Deckers. They bring in John Rice Plumlee. They punt the football. Another touchdown drive by Hunter Deckers in this ball game, and you bring in the other quarterback.
It feels like something that was predetermined, Harry. Like maybe on the 4th series of the game, John Rice Plumlee is going to get a possession no matter what. I do agree. I thought Hunter Deckers was cooking a little bit. You know, I thought he was feeling pretty good. Moving the offense down the field. You wonder if it's going to take this offense out of any rhythm.
Yes, just run.
He did earn one of the great nicknames I've ever heard in college for his dual sport ability at UCF. They called him Bro Jackson because he was a baseball and football standout for the Knights.
I mean, come on. Spring practice at
Roddy Jones, Cole Kubelik, and Harry Douglas on the sideline for Houston. The Gamblers have a 6-0 lead. This is what Plumlee does. Oh my goodness. Cole, he was trying to run some dudes over down there.
I watched a lot of John Rice Plumlee at Ole Miss and Central Florida. I don't know if I saw him put his head down and try to go north-south as a runner like this. Just design quarterback sweep and an excellent job of kind of faking that pitch with the one hand out wide and then getting upfield.
Yeah, I think he had the option to pitch it off that in man on the line of scrimmage. You actually did a nice job of stringing it out, but Plumlee attacks the inside shoulder, forces him to make a decision, is able to cut up and get the first down.
Now he's going to let the running back churn and burn. Marcus Yarns, speed to the outside and lasso down at the 10-yard line. The former Delaware Blue Hen going off.
Well, you're going to get 2 great blocks, one by the center this way and the other by the guard on this outside zone play. You get a tackle pulling around. A really nice job of wrapping by the tackle, getting up to the linebacker, and then Marcus Yards, he gets in the open field. He is dangerous.
They go back to him. Not much happening here. That last pickup, though, 42 yards for Marcus Yards. His first carry of the night for 19. This is 1 week after he had a season-low 2 carries in a win for Houston against St. Louis. This is that rare back-to-back facing the same team in a 2-week span.
And the running element of John Rice Plumlee, a big reason why they continued this drive. And then Houston has taken advantage of it, giving him a different look.
Plumlee in trouble. Tamupeno almost got him. And the forearm throw down by Keelan Kennedy. Bad news for the Houston receiver.
Well, the pressure comes right here from Peter Damoe Penu. But then John Rice Plumlee scrambles out and tries to get it out to Justin Hall and throws what we can only call a hospital ball, because man, oh man, this is a big hit that happens on the receiver. It's a terrible feeling, and the quarterback's off balance, so being led up the field is understandable a little bit, but that was dangerous.
That's no way.
Peter, too. Not many people at that position can play the running back and also the quarterback at the same time.
And timeout Houston. That's a rude awakening to Justin Hall, the leading receiver in UFL history. He got rocked by Kennedy. Kevin Sumlin, former A&M and U of H head coach, has just called for the timeout.
So, that was just a hit to the chest, huh? All right. Wow. All right. So now, here we go. So if we're 4th and short, go ahead. Yep. If it's 4th and short, we're going for it. I don't give a fuck. All right? Fuck this kicker. And then if it's 4th and 2 or less, you gotta expect 0. All right, we're gonna go for it. Okay. All right.
Kevin Sumlin, not a huge fan of the kicking game, shall we say.
I might have a new favorite coach in the league.
He wants to let this one fly. Plumlee dancing. Tamupeno nearly got him, throwing on the run and off the fingertips of Kirkland. Now, do you go to the kicker? And it looks like John Hoyland is coming out. Harry, do you think he knows what his coach just said?
Not at all. And I'm hoping he never knows.
Some things that coaches say are not for players' ears, and
literally,
we should just stay naive.
It seems like it's the specialist that gets it the worst.
Rightfully so.
I would just say for John Hoyland, do not watch the TV copy of this game, but watch the coach's film.
All-time leader in field goals made in Wyoming history. This from 28 yards out. Love the kicker. I mean, John Hoyland is a beast. He can't be stopped.